Hey guys and gals, this is Alex with Legendary Apartment Brokers here in Kansas City, coming to you each and every single week with the KC Multifamily Minute. And today is Monday, July 29th, 2024. Want to get right into it. I always like to start off with a couple of statistics for you. So, over the last 7 days, which is what I've got this filtered down to, there are actually three new listings that have hit the market. Now, last week, you remember there was 8 new listings. So we've got three new listings that are $500,000 plus, which is about normal what we've seen most of this year on average. So we'll see kind of how that trend continues. But so three new ones, and then another couple of statistics I want to put your way is regards into how slow the market is. So if you're a buyer, now is a great time to take advantage of the opportunity where there's not as many buyers, so everybody's kind of slower to the game, taking their time. And so you have the ability to come in there and see those good deals and buy them up faster than maybe you could have, or maybe at your own pace than you could have in the past. So take advantage of that now. So here's another statistic for you. So in the last 30 days, there have been 20 new small multifamily apartment complexes that have hit the market. That's, really $500,000 plus on the MLS. And of those 20 that have hit the market, there's actually 22 new ones that have hit the market in the last 30 days. Only two of those 22 are under contract, so 20 of them are still available. So that's a lot. So that means the activity out there is really slowed down in terms of buyers putting these under contract, doing their due diligence, underwriting. Maybe some of that's summertime. Maybe some of that's waiting on their Fed to reduce their federal funds rate. Maybe some of that is just people being extremely unhappy with the market. Whatever the case may be, there is an opportunity, like I said earlier, where you can go in and take a look at the deals we have here and see what makes sense and maybe even negotiate a better deal. All right. So, I wanted to highlight a couple of those things for you. So, now let's get right into it. Let's look at the deals that are on market here in the last 7 days. So, I'm going to go ahead and get that pulled up and change the filter. So, this is Zillow. As we know, every single week we talk about how the MLS powers Zillow's listings here in the multifamily space. This is $500,000 plus, apartment buildings only. And we've got a couple new ones. We can ignore these newer looking properties here. These have been broken up into packages over time. So there's a couple of new, seemingly new opportunities here in Riverside. Riverside is a class A minus B plus area, depending, it's, like any locations, block by block. But so that is a new broken up package that you can take a look at. But the new property that hits the market here on the MLS is going to be this fiveplex on Baltimore, which is just south of the Country Club Plaza. This is in an A location, 825 for fiveplex. It's a nice building. It's been, rehabbed over time. Looks pretty interesting. The price per unit on that is pretty strong. It's not a $200,000 per unit kind of deal, but it is a high price per unit. So be mindful of that. But if you like the South Plaza, you're in this location, you love this location, you want something for under $1 million, could be an interesting fit for you. And again, the plaza always has a strong price per unit going rate there, all right? Now let's pull back here and take a look and see what else we've got that's new on the market. A little slow here. Okay, so that's it. That's all the new stuff that we're seeing within the last 7 days on Zillow LoopNet. And so, sorry, Zillow, MLS Zillow. So now let's go ahead and pivot over to LoopNet and see what we've got going on here. So there's a couple new ones. One of which is this auction property here that says lender driven sale. So take that with a grain of salt as far as really how much they're willing to discount. It's a starting bid here at 1.4 million for nearly 100 units. So again, take that with a grain of salt. Not sure what their lowest price is. I do know that if you're going to bid on auctions on LoopNet, you've got to be pre-approved and be ready to go. And essentially, if your auction price is accepted, you're buying that property. So keep in mind all of those different aspects when you're looking at auction. I'm familiar with this property. It's 100 units in KCK off of, let's see, what is this here? 10th Street. Yeah, off of 10th Street It's not Strawberry Hill. I would consider this probably a Class C location. So keep that in mind. And since it's kind of on auction, there's not really a whole lot I can help you with, but you can take a look at the property and see really what you think there. All right. Another new opportunity is also going to be a Class C location. This is a little sixplex that is $429,000, so $71,000 per unit, which is sort of what I would about expect properties in this area to be going for right now, in that $60,000 to $70,000 per unit range in this part of Kansas City. So keep that in mind as well when you're looking at buying apartments. You're looking at something under $500,000, definitely something to look at if you are good with Class C locations. All right. Now let's zoom back out here and see what else we've got that's new. So that's two new properties here, and really this one, of course I'm going to talk about this. This is my listing that I have that's up in Leavenworth, Kansas. It's a really nice property. It's an as-is 7% cap rate. Can easily get to a 9% cap rate, continue the business plan. Really well maintained, all new exterior, painted, a lot of upgrades over the past 20 years. It's a great property to get your hands on if you're in the market for something in the Kansas City metro that's affordable, that will generate cash. It's not an appreciation play where we get a ton of appreciation there. However, you take care of it, you're going to have a lot of tenants that are going to want to live there. These are all one bedrooms essentially. There's a couple two bedrooms, but it's right next to the University of St. Mary, and by the VA Center, and by just major employers up and down this corridor between Lansing and Leavenworth. So take a look at this opportunity. If you're in the market to buy apartment units and you want a solid cash flow, essentially near turnkey investment property, this one will do well for you, I think, over time. And would love to talk to you more about this property. You can see some of the nice finishes here we've got, as well as the location. Pretty large one bedroom units. Another opportunity you could do is put in washer and dryer into each and every single unit and increase your rents $50 to $75 per unit. There are 3 laundry facilities on site that you could also convert some of those into. There's at least one that you could convert at a big office into a unit if you wanted to. So there's a lot of opportunities here. It also comes with a vacant lot that you could build a house and flip that if you're into that. So there's a lot of opportunities. I keep repeating myself, but that's true on this particular property. All right. So let's zoom back out here and make sure we've covered everything here. And looks like we have. So that's everything new that's in Kansas City here. Appreciate you listening to me here. This is Alex Olson, apartment broker here with Legendary Apartment Brokers. Look forward to hearing from you soon.